Okay, we are live. Good evening to all the mothers out there, and good morning in Canada, and good afternoon in the US, and very early morning in Asia. It's really different time zones, all the mothers that we have here in our community. So if you do not know me yet, my name is Jade Luck and I live here in England. I have 2 years old, an 8 month active boy. And today we have our special guest. And here with us is Shannon. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it is really great that you've graced us with your time. I know that you are busy, and our time is really we have a huge difference of time, but you still accepted our invitation. So Shannon, please tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a mom of three. I was actually a single mom for 7 years before I met my husband. And when we married, he adopted my daughter. And then we had two more kids after that. So now I have a 14-year-old girl, a 5-year-old girl, and a 2-year-old boy. So I have my hands full with all the different ages.
Wow,
Yeah,
you're really experienced.
I like to joke that there was one point where I was teaching one how to shave her legs and teaching the other one how to use the toilet.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I I only have one, and sometimes I struggle. 2 years old, and sometimes I struggle. As a mother, because it's my first time, and he is 2 years old. Disciplining and potty training, all those stuff. So, where are you living now again?
I'm in Michigan.
Michigan, United States of
Yes.
America.
Yes.
Yeah, if you are watching us right now, please leave a comment where you are watching from. And if you will watch later, if you are watching for a replay, please tell us as well. And if you have questions, please let us know your question and we will get back to you. If not now, then later. So, Shannon, we will be talking about this breakthrough on how to get a breakthrough from being stuck of this mom identity box. First of all, what is generational parenting? I haven't really heard this term before. What I've heard before was generational curses, generational blessing, but generational parenting, I haven't heard of. What is
Okay. So I am a certified parent coach. And so, what I do as a parent coach, I work with moms and I also work with women who want to become moms or maybe are pregnant and they have maybe some fear around becoming a mother. Maybe they're worried about, how they were parented is going to affect how they parent. Maybe they're worried about how it's going to affect their body, um, things like that. There's so much that comes into play when it comes to being a mother.
it?
And
Yeah.
with generational parenting, that is when patterns from parenting get passed down from generation to the other. So it you get stuck in this pattern and you believe you're doing and you're parenting the right way because that's how you were raised and that's how you were taught to parent. And oftentimes we get stuck in that way and it's not the best way to parent.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that I agree with that. I understand that now. If you are watching us and let us know how many kids you have. Shannon has three. So if you have three kids, one kid or two kids, please let us know how many kids because we could pass on to our kids. I think I remember one of the bosses that I had before was that they are American as well, and she said the wife was that she was used of covering the plates with white cloth And she really did not know why, but she carried that. And until now, until now, I know why you need to do that. And then later on, she discovered that, of course, her grandmother was doing that, and her mother was doing that as well. So she copied that.
Mhm.
And she discovered that her grandmother was living in a dusty place. And so she had to cover the plates. And of course, the mother and then her was
Yeah. Yeah.
without knowing.
Yeah, that's such a good example. Like you keep doing stuff and you're not sure why you're doing it, but then you find out that you don't need to do that or you can do things differently.
Yeah, do you have anything like that before?
About what you just shared?
The, yeah, parental, yeah, generational parenting that
Yeah.
you're,
Yeah, so a lot of parents do the what we call power over parenting, where it's I'm in charge, I'm always right, you're wrong, that type of parenting, and that is very damaging on a child's brain and their emotional health. It's not the best way to parent. So I like to teach gentle parenting and empowerment parenting.
oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, we need to be gentle with how we parent, right?
Mhm.
One question I know that maybe I don't know if this is really related, but um, do you believe in hard disciplining, being, disciplinarian?
And like, can you give me an example? Like spanking or
Yeah, yeah,
out? No,
yeah,
I don't believe in spanking. And I also learned like even something like timeouts can
yeah.
be damaging to a child.
Oh, why I ask because our parents can pass that to us, how to discipline our child, right? Like overpowering our child, and we have really like the authority, power that I am the mother. You have to do what I say,
Yeah.
like that. So is that parental, generational parenting as well,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So as mother as well, right? We have this fears, and we have this, like identity box that we have to be very good as a mother, and we have this fear that am I really good, or maybe I am not really doing my responsibility as a mother,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if you are around in-laws, you have this kind of questioning yourself and insecurity as a mother, that are you really doing your responsibility as a good mother, or are you really a good mother?
Mm-hmm.
The, yeah, how to limit that beliefs and how to erase this concept, this
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah. So as far as like I call it the mom identity box. That's where I refer to that. I don't even know if that's like a term. That's just a term that I like to use. Is with moms, we're so focused on feeling like you said, we have to be the best mom and we have to be good and we have to do all the things all by ourselves and we can't ask for help. And we're so focused on all things surrounding being a mom that we lose who we are, and we don't take time for ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves because we feel selfish if we take care of ourselves. And so we get stuck in this mom identity and then we really lose who we are. And I believe that we need to break out of that and take care of ourselves better and do things that we love to do just to take care of ourselves. And I think that is good for us, but it's also good for our children. It's good for them to see their mommy taking care of themselves and their mommy doing something that she loves to do. And then we show up for our kids happier, healthier, more patient, yelling less because we are taking care of ourselves. And so when we take care of ourselves, then we're showing up better for our kids and spending more time with them and having more fun with them.
That's really, really great. I always say this that you cannot give what you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you cannot make your kids happy if you are not happy yourself. And you
Yeah.
cannot take care of your kids if you cannot take care of yourself.
Yes.
Right? So what's your advice to our parents now and your words of encouragement to them, especially I have a friend that she is she is a little bit concerned about her daughter uh, because she feels that she is not good enough because she doesn't have the job that she wants, and it's not all about money but the job that she wants and have a lot of time for her, and so she's concerned that her child will become embarrassed about her and will question her like being a mother. So yeah, we have that in our group. What can you say word of encouragement to them?
Okay. So you said there's a friend who's a mother and she's worried about her how her child is going to view her because she doesn't have a good job.
Yes.
Okay. So, really, like if you're love yourself and you're confident in yourself, like your job isn't your identity. Like
Mhm.
your thoughts aren't even you, like you are you. So if you love yourself and you believe in yourself and you work through figuring out what those limiting beliefs are and you work through them and replace them with nourishing beliefs and nourishing talk, then
Mhm.
you're going to feel better about yourself and you're going to show up better for yourself. And your child is going to love you because you love yourself and you're taking care of yourself, regardless of what job you have. And if you're showing up for your job and you're working hard and you're providing for your kid, that's what they're going to see. You know, they're going to see a mom that loves them and is showing up for them and taking care of them.
Yeah, that is right. That is right. So, just to other mothers that maybe we do not know what's going on in their hearts or in their mind now, what else can you tell them?
So, what I mentioned before, limiting
Yeah.
beliefs are
Mhm.
actually formed between the ages of 2 and 7 years old. And they're
Oh,
formed that young and they actually stick with us for our whole life. So
wow.
it's, yeah, I was really surprised when I learned that too. And so, really trying to find somebody who can help you figure out what those beliefs are. And then, when you can find what your limiting beliefs are and acknowledge them, and then replace them, learn how to release them and replace them with positive beliefs and nourishing beliefs, it's
Yeah.
so helpful and beneficial. So I would just encourage moms to figure out what those are and to work through them. And also, like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to see a counselor or to find, a coach. Because I mental health is so important, especially for moms. It's really important to have a safe, judgment free space to go and talk to and work through things with. And also, like, my biggest advice, and I'm such a big advocate of just taking care of yourself and making sure you're journaling what your needs are and figuring out what your needs are and figuring out how to meet those needs. I mean,
Mhm.
I was in such a bad place where if somebody asked me what I needed, I couldn't even tell them. I really had to work on myself and journal and meditate and really figure out what do I need and then write them out and then try to figure out, okay, how am I going to meet these needs? So it's really a lot of learning and a lot of working on yourself, but it's so important.
Wow, yeah, that's really true. That's really great. That's great to learn, right? In identifying these limiting beliefs, Is it that we just need to ask ourselves, what if we really do not know if we have limiting beliefs, or are there any questionnaires?
I don't know if they're. I'm sure they probably have something out there. I I just went through like the course where I trained to become a coach that
Yeah.
helped me realize what my beliefs were. But
Mm,
really, if you just so my advice would be to really, if you're feeling triggered in a moment. So let's
mm,
say one of my triggers and my limiting beliefs is that I'm unappreciated. So what I learned to do is when, I'm slaving over making dinner and spending, an hour making dinner, and then my kid is screaming at me that they hate it and they don't want to eat it, I'm feeling triggered and unappreciated. So I before I didn't know why I was feeling so upset, and I would get really upset and I would get angry and then I would be short with everyone. And then I learned to just sit with that feeling of frustration and anger, and where am I feeling it in my body? And
yeah.
then I would say, okay, take some time to really take some deep breaths and be like, why am I feeling this way? And when did I start feeling this way? So then I realized it was around dinner time when my child would yell at me about the food that I cooked. And then I realized it was me feeling unappreciated. So then I would say, okay, I'm feeling unappreciated, but I know my child loves me and I know that they appreciate me. They just don't know how to express it, and it's not I am appreciated. It's not that I'm not appreciated. So that's kind of an example of how I worked through it.
Oh, that's awesome. It's really like simple to listen, but it would be really uh, not easy when you are in that situation, and especially if you do not know why you're
Yeah.
acting like that, you have an emotion like that, and
Mhm.
all your beliefs from generation to
Yeah.
generation, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shannon. I
Yeah.
know that we have other parents there that still struggling with emotions, with minds. We always have guests here about mindsetting and being a good mother. But I know because many mothers are still coming and maybe they haven't watched the past one. Uh, there are other mothers here, and maybe you need really someone to be always there for them and always, you know advise them what to do and guide them. And so if you are needing that, maybe you need Sharon's help, because she is a certified coach. So Shannon, tell us about your business and about your coaching.
Okay. So I also have my bachelor's degree in social work. And I went through 6 months training to become a parent coach. So when you sign up with me, I take you through a 10-week course, and
Mhm.
we meet 1 hour every week for 10 weeks. And in between those weeks, there'll be a little bit of coursework. So we work through making peace with your past, your childhood, how you were raised. We go through a mind shift change, really working on our mindset and being mindfulness. We talk about brain science and emotional intelligence, forgiveness. There's a lot of just a lot of hurt sometimes from our past and how we were parented that we might not even realize.
Yeah.
um, for example, through when I went through the coaching process, I remembered a memory from when I was 1 years old, being left in the hospital. Like my parents, I was sick and they didn't stay the night with me. They left me. And that was like really something really difficult for me. And when I remembered that, and you don't think like you would remember something like that, but like I just started crying, and it was just, so there's just some stuff that you don't even realize affected you. So just being able to realize that and release it, and work on forgiveness. And then we work on having empowered conversations. So how to have, positive, empowering conversations when we need to talk to somebody about a difficult situation. And then we start learning how to like learn this mindfulness, learn how to take care of ourselves. And changing your mindset is like learning a new language. So it really takes a lot of work and a lot of commitment. And then we talk about boundaries and family values and exploring anger. Anger is what was one of my issues too. Like I would get triggered with my kids and then I would get really angry and yell. And then we also talk about playing. If you have kids already, we talk about how important it is to play. And then we talk about your personal transformation.
Wow.
Yeah, we
That's
cover
a
a
lot.
lot. We cover a lot
Yeah.
in 10 weeks, and it's a really, really beneficial, beautiful process.
Yeah, I'm sure that when they finish that course, they will be a new individual,
Yeah.
a new mom. That is really, really helpful. That is really, really good. And yeah, how to reach you if they need your service.
Yeah. So through this page, Shannon Rene, that's my Facebook page. And then my email is authenticallymomming@gmail.com.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So
And my
later,
website is authenticallymomming.com.
later, please give me all those details so that we
Yeah.
can put it here and so they can reach you. Mothers, if it's difficult for you to reach Shannon, she is one of our members in our group. You can reach me as well, and I will connect you with Shannon. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you, mothers, for watching,
Thank you.
and thank you so much, Shannon, for your time. I really, really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. God bless.
Bye.
See you next week.